Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Resonant Rise with me, NetherTrey. I've been telling you guys that in between episodes I'm trying to get the resources together to finish off this hypercube. Now I've got a lot of it done and ready to go so that we can build that. But one thing we're still going to need is a lot more of these 64K crafting storages. And they require 64K storage components. Now 64K storage components require 16K storage components, 4K storage components, 1K storage components, and they require Certus quartz and a lot of other things. And we just do not have the resources to get this one. We're even short on diamonds, even though I've been mining in the nether, mined up a whole bunch of gold because we were running low on that. But we're still just not bringing in enough resources. So luckily, the ender quarry that we built does have the ability to be kicked into hyperdrive. So what I'd like to do is make some ender quarry upgrades, speed upgrades. And the way we do that is we make these. Now in order to make these, we're going to need a lot of things. We're going to need a lot of redstone, a lot of gold. We already have that. The big thing we're going to need is a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 1. And that's just for the first level speed upgrade. In order to get the second one, we're going to need a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 3. And the third level speed upgrade requires 2 diamond pickaxes with efficiency 5. So in order to do that, we're going to need to do some enchanting. Now there's a bunch of ways to do enchanting in this pack. We could do it the vanilla way, which we already have set up upstairs. But I think what I would like to do is make some use of the mob essence that we are collecting with our mob grinder. We've been killing a lot of endermen with this. We've got 51 stacks of ender pearls, and we're basically just throwing away all the mob essence that we're getting from killing these. So I think we're gonna start to save that and use it to do some enchanting. So let me get a few things together and we will begin to do that. The first thing we're gonna need is a way to store the mob essence. So let's first turn this off so we're not continuing to waste mob essence. And let's get together a tank. Now there's a bunch of different tanks that we can also use in this pack. I think I want to go with a real simple one, the tank from Open Blocks, and that just requires some glass panes and a whole bunch of obsidian. So I've already got a bunch of glass and some obsidian in our storage. So let's run over to our server room and let's see how many of these tanks we can get together. So first we're going to need some glass panes. So let's get some glass like that. We'll get a whole bunch of that, throw it in our system, and then we'll see how many tanks we can make with that. So there's a stack of tanks. Let's see how far that gets us. We're going to run back over to our mob spawning room. And I think what I would like to do is put it right here on the floor, because I think that would look cool. There's nothing really going on here. We have a lot of empty space in the middle of the floor. I'm going to move this crafting table. Now we do have these energy conduits running through the floor, so I might have to move those. Look, these tanks are actually a multi-block, so I could actually build the tanks around the energy conduits, but I don't know if we're going to want to move them or change them later. So I think what we'll do is we'll just move them out of the way. We might move them over this way and some over on that side. So let me tear out this floor a little bit. How much space do we want to leave here? I think we'll start it right at the edge of where the mob spawner is, and we'll go 5 wide. And then we'll just use our hammer. To begin with, let's make our tank as big as the mob spawner. So like I said, we're gonna wanna 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's fine. So we're going to want to move these cables out of the way. Well, let's do it like the cable's coming right down through the center of the room. So maybe what we'll do is we'll run it like this. And that's where our cable runs now. So we'll tear up the floor right here. I think what we'll do eventually is end up using the liquid storage from one of the Applied Energistics add-ons. But for now, we don't have... I wonder if this will be enough. So that'll stay there. These will come over here. Yeah, we're going to need some more conduits. I did make some of the Ender Energy conduits because I found out what was really holding up our reactor was that I had the second tier conduits running from the reactor to the vibrant capacitor bank, so it was limiting the output to 5,000 RF per tick. I did upgrade that to the Ender conduits, so now it can pull the whole 11,000 out of our reactor that we're producing. Let's see if we have any conduits left in our system over here. Yeah, we have a couple. We might need to make some more. Let's see how far this gets us. That'll at least get us over here so that that's still hooked up. And then we should be able to run our conduits right down through here. We'll close up this little gap. Let's see, we need one more conduit. We still have to tear these up, so that should be enough. There we go. So that'll reconnect everything and leave room for our tank. Let's fill this part of the floor back in real quick. Oop. All right, that's filled back in. Let's kill this part of the floor. And because this is a multi-block tank, we can expand it if we need to. But for now, this should be fine for what we want to get going. Cool. So let's take our tanks and we'll just place them down like this. Oh, we did run out of tanks. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. 2, 4, 6. Now I may want to go down and replace that cobblestone just in case our mob essence gets low enough that we can see down there. And we're also going to need a way to transfer the liquid. So the first tier of liquid conduits are really weird. They work with gravity, so that the liquids have to flow downwards. If you want to move liquids upwards or to areas of lower pressure, you're going to want pressurized fluid conduits. So let's see how many. We're not able to make any of those because we're going to need more fused quartz. So let me get a bunch of this together and a bunch of our conduits ready, and then we'll go ahead and finish moving the liquid over to the tank. Okay, so now that we've got some pressurized fluid conduits ready, come over to our tank, which you can see is just full of essence right now. We're going to run it right out here. We will need to connect that up once we're done running the conduit. Now our conduit runs down through the floor right there. And I guess we can just follow all the way back. I'm going to break our door again. We'll run this way, right down to the center of our spawner, and then over to the tank. I really like how these conduits occupy the same block space. They're really nice for making compact builds. Here, one here. Okay, then all we should need to do is grab our little wrench and connect them up. And all the liquid should flow into our tank. Ta-da! So now we have incoming mob essence. Place our carpenter's door back down. I'll just run that straight through into there. Cool. So then the next thing we're going to need is a way to use that essence to enchant our items. And the way we're going to do that is with an auto-enchanter by Mine Factory Reloaded. We're going to need a couple things to make one of these. We're going to need our machine frame as usual. See what else we need. We need some plastic, which we have. We're going to need some redstone reception coil. And that'll get us our auto-enchanter. Now that we have that, we can run back over here and just temporarily, I think we're going to put it somewhere where it's convenient. We'll just stick it right here in this little back room until we make a specific room for it. Actually, no, because I want to run it out of the tank, so let me push this wall back a little bit. This will be a temporary position because I have some bigger plans in mind for this room. We're going to have some more spawners down along this wall. We're going to have some more animal spawners down along that wall. And down at the very end, what I'd like to put is our wither killing system because we're going to need nether stars. But I'm not quite ready to get that going. So we'll just push this back a little bit. And right here, and we are going to want to pull the mob essence from the bottom of the tank to make sure that we have access to all of it. So like that. This does not auto output liquids, so we're going to have to use the conduit to pull the liquids out. So we want this to be set to extract, always active, and that'll start pulling the liquids out, putting them in our auto enchanter, which is now full of essence. And we're going to want to use that essence to start enchanting our pickaxes. So let's go get some diamond pickaxes. We'll just start with one for now to get our low level speed upgrade. We're running low on diamonds too. Do we have any sticks? Oh, we are really low on sticks. Take our diamond pickaxe and go back over to our enchanter. Now that we're storing our essence, we can also kick this back on so it can fill up our tank. Alright, so you can set this to determine what level enchantment you want. Now, we want efficiency 1, which means we're not going to want that high of an enchantment. So we're going to pull this all the way down to 1 level worth of essence. We're going to throw in our diamond pickaxe, and we're going to see what it gives us. Oh, you know what? We're also going to need power running into this guy. That would have been good to remember. Where is our power? Right here. We're going to need some more conduits. Let me grab some more conduits and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got some more conduits now. I don't want to make too many more of these mid-tier conduits, because I want to switch these out for the higher tier ones here fairly soon. But let's run the rest of this. That'll get power into this guy. It's already enchanted, and we have an efficiency 1 pickaxe, so that was pretty good luck. I don't know what all enchantments are available for first level, but that will get us our efficiency 1. So speed upgrade. Now let's look up Ender Quarry. The first speed upgrade also requires 2 speed upgrades and Ender Quarry power base upgrade. So we're going to need some more of that burnt quartz and some Ender infused obsidian. So let's get one of those going. And then the burnt quartz. I think that's just, yeah, it's just a smelted block of quartz. So let's grab some quartz. Throw that in here. That'll get us our burnt quartz. And does this need to be done in a QED? Yes, it does. So we're going to have to run over to our QED. Burnt quartz. And our 4 Ender infused obsidian. We're also going to need some speed upgrades, which requires gold and redstone. So let's go make those quick. We have no redstone blocks. So that'll make us 4 in one recipe, and we only need 2. So that will take care of that. QED. Alright, so there's our upgrade base. We should have everything we need now. And that'll get us our speed upgrade 1. Now it does say power drain multiplier times 1. So when you add an upgrade, and there's a bunch of different upgrades to the Ender Quarry, it increases the power that it uses to run. The speed upgrade 1 doesn't increase power usage at all, which is really nice. Speed upgrade 2 multiplies it by 1.5, so it uses like 50% more power. And then the speed upgrade 3 uses twice as much power, which still honestly isn't that bad. You're not talking about serious power usage until you get into the fortune upgrade, which multiplies the power usage by 80. And it really gets insane at that point, but that is a really nice upgrade. So in order to get speed upgrade 2, we're going to need our Ender Quarry speed upgrade 1, which we have, 2 more speed upgrades, which we already have, and a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 3. Now this one might be a little trickier because we have to up the level of enchantment. Now when you start to up the level of enchantment, there are a lot more different kinds of enchantments that you can get when you enchant an item. So the chance of getting just efficiency 3 aren't really that great. So rather than enchant a pickaxe and waste a whole bunch of diamonds over and over until we get it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some enchanted books. And you can do that just like you do the pickaxe. You just throw it in the auto-enchanter and it will use some levels and it will create an enchanted book. So I am going to try about level 13, I think, and we're going to see what that gives us. Now, the higher level you enchant things, the more essence it's going to use, and the more power it's going to use, and the longer it's going to take to enchant the item. So that got us Fiery Core 1, and I have no idea what that does. So we're just going to throw that here. I'm going to throw in another book, and we're going to try again. That got us Consuming 1, and again, I have no idea what it does. And I'm just going to keep throwing books in here. And as you can see, we're going to build up these enchantment books fairly quickly. So I am going to create an item to store these books. Now, these different enchantments do not stack, so they will fill up a chest very quickly. So what I'm actually going to make is an item that's really handy for storing things that don't stack but use the same metadata. It could be MBT. I'm not sure which this particular item uses. It's called a filing cabinet. So we're going to need 3 chests, 6 iron. I've already got all that. It's from extra utilities. That will give us our filing cabinet. Now, a filing cabinet will only accept one item, but it will accept all versions of it. So if I take that and I throw it right up here, I can throw these 2 books in here. It'll let those go in. It will not let the cobblestone, the sand, the crafting table, any of this stuff go in because it's a different item. But these are the same item even though they don't stack. So let's see what this new enchantment is. Educational 1. Never heard of that one either. Let's throw in another book. And I'm basically just going to continue to do this until I get the enchantment. So there's efficiency 2. So I'm going to bump this up a few levels. We'll go to 15 and see if that'll get us efficiency 3. Alright guys, so I did not get efficiency 3. However, I did get 2 efficiency 2 books. So if you take 2 efficiency 2 books and you throw them in a vanilla anvil, it'll give you an efficiency 3 book. It'll also cost you 3 levels, but that's okay. So we'll take our efficiency 3 book, and then we're also going to need our diamond pickaxe. Take it over to our anvil, throw in our diamond pickaxe with our efficiency 3 book, and that will get us a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 3. Take that back over to our server room. Never remember what that upgrade is called. Ender Quarry Speed upgrade. So that'll get us our Ender Quarry Speed 2 upgrade. So now that we have that, in order to get our Speed 3 upgrade, we need 2 diamond pickaxes with efficiency 5. So I'm going to run back over to our enchanting room. I'm sorry, over to our mob spawning room. And I'm going to bump this level of enchantment all the way up to 30, because that's what we're going to need to get efficiency 5. I'm going to let this run. As you can see, it's a lot slower when doing level 30 enchantments. It takes a lot more time for those enchantments to go through. I did get a whole bunch of books. Half of them, I have no idea what they do. Wrecking 2, Unbreaking's vanilla, Silk Touch is awesome, Punch is for bows, Aqua Affinity makes so it doesn't take longer to mine things underwater, that's vanilla. Auto Smelt smelts things as soon as you mine them rather than having to put them in a furnace, which is kind of cool, but it stops you from being able to do your doubling mechanic. Blast Protection is vanilla. I don't know what Consuming does. Educational, Fiery Core. Fire Protection is vanilla. It stops you from catching on fire from lava and blazes and some other things. Projectile Protection 2 is vanilla. And then Art Protection 2. So let's see. Nope, as you can see, we're only halfway done with this one. So let this run for a while. We'll see if we can get efficiency 5, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would to get this enchantment. The closest I've got so far is a, let's see, efficiency 3. Now if I get 2 of those, I can upgrade it to efficiency 4, and then if I get 2 efficiency 4s, I can upgrade them to efficiency 5s. But so far I've been getting a lot of other things. Projectile protection 4, I even got a silk touch 1, which is kind of nice, we might need that later. I even got a fortune 3. But I'm going to keep letting this run and making more and more enchanted books until we get our efficiency 5s. But for now, we're just going to take the speed upgrades 2 that we have, and we're going to hook that up to our ender quarry. So let's fly out to our ender quarry, which is over this way. This jetpack is really fast. It's really nice. So we're going to run way over here. I do want to upgrade this jetpack to the highest tier at some point soon, but that takes quite a bit of resources and some time, so that might be another one of those bonus episodes. But let's see how fast this is going right now. So if we look at how fast things are coming in now, it's not too quick. So if we throw our speed upgrade here, it will increase the speed of our ender quarry dramatically. So that will get us a lot more resources a lot faster. Now we'll have to check on our ore processing to make sure that we are processing the incoming ores fast enough. I do want to upgrade that system as well sometime soon. We're probably going to use something from Draconic Evolution to make sure we're processing the ores fast enough. But keep in mind, that's still not even the speed upgrade 3, so it can go a whole lot faster yet. Another thing we're probably going to have to do to ensure that we are giving our ender quarry the power it needs is dig down into the wall here. And as you can see, we are feeding power into a tesseract that is giving power to our ender quarry, but it's capped at 5,000 RF per tick, which is going to slow it down. So rather than do that, what I'm going to do is take one of these ender energy conduits, throw that right there, and that should increase the speed at which the ender quarry can run, assuming it's not already capped out. So let's make sure this is set to output mode on the bottom. And we are going to have to get power coming out of this guy somewhere else. How about just like that? So that should allow power to flow to the rest of our base. Do we have this set up to output? Like that, and then this side output just like that. Cool. Now that should allow the power to freely flow to the rest of our base. We're going to make sure this is closed off. Now I will upgrade all these conduits to the ender conduits at some point, but for now we just want to make sure there's enough power going to our ender quarry. So we'll check our ender pouch again, and we've got resources just flying in right now. Are we using more power than we're bringing in? Right now our reactor is running and we are still having a surplus of power, so that's a good sign. We're also still good on fuel. If we go over and check our little Yellorium notification system, we were up to over 6k Yellorium, and it is rising, so we're not having any fuel problems at this point. So that's an episode for today, guys. I'm going to let this run. I'm going to try to get the rest of those efficiency books so that we can upgrade our ender quarry one more time. And I'm going to try to get the rest of the resources together between this episode and the next so that we can finish off our hypercube down in our brain room. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked what you saw, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see you next time.